This is a Music Man 210 model number 2275-65, and the problem is, even with the master volume turned all the way down, and it is, there's always output. I can control the volume with the channel volume, goes away. But with the master volume, so it's turned all the way down, as I turn it up, it gets a little quieter before it gets louder. So the main problem has to do with these original electrolytics that are in here. They're dried out. You can't see them, but the filter capacitors are actually underneath on the tube side of the chassis, and I'll show those in a little bit. But so what's going on is they're dried out and they're not decoupling the stages like they should, and so you've got some bleed over. Here's the other side of the chassis. These are the filter capacitors that I was referring to earlier. These are actually the original caps that were installed when the amp was built. And electrolytics only have about a 15 to 20 year shelf life. So even if these were fully functioning, it would be in the customer's best interest to go ahead and have these replaced with some new quality capacitors. Here are the new electrolytic capacitors. All of the carbon comp resistors have been swapped out of the power supply and bias supply. I went ahead and upgraded the Zener diodes because I've had them short and cause problems in other amplifiers. I also went ahead and did some more preventative maintenance by installing these coupling capacitors between the phase inverter and the bias supply, which goes to the power tubes. So if these break down, they start to leak DC, and it can affect the bias circuit. With the exception of the tubes wearing out or just some fluke issue, this amp's going to be running for a very long time. Last but not least, here are the new filter capacitors installed and the 3-watt dropping resistor. The caps are being held in with RTV silicone, and this keeps the weight of the capacitors secured to the eyelet board, which keeps any stress off the leads. Here are a couple of bags worth of parts that came out of the amplifier. Everything's on, channel volume's on 4. I'm sending a signal in using a signal generator, and the master volume's all the way down. So as you can tell, the issue that brought the amp in is already fixed. And now it's all functioning as it should. So I'm not going to torture anybody with my playing today. So that's it. Thanks for watching.